Hello again. I'm here today. I want to say hello. God bless you. I'm here today to keep going with our um, program. I want to talk today about the preachers, and I want to start in Spanish, and I'm going to say some in English. I wish to introduce ourselves because you've been subscribing, you've been seeing the, the channel, but you certainly need to know who are you listening to? Who are you following to? Necesitas saber a quién estás siguiendo en el canal. Necesitas saber, porque a veces en YouTube hacemos las cosas a por que sí, porque apareció y me cayó bien lo que estaba diciendo y de pronto ya estoy feliz con estos nuevos preachers que me encontré y las cosas que están enseñando, o maybe son miembros de la iglesia y hasta cierto punto nos conocemos, pero no nos conocemos tanto. Este es un espacio para conocernos un poquito más. Nuestro ministerio comenzó en Cuba. Empezamos a servir a Dios juntos en el año 94 en la iglesia de Cienfuegos. Una iglesia muy linda, una iglesia bendecida, que en ese momento estaba teniendo una experiencia diferente en su historia. Pero gracias a Dios porque conocimos gente maravillosa. Conocimos personas que después llegaron a ser líderes en otros lugares donde estábamos, que hasta el día de hoy conocemos y han sido personas maravillosas. Ahí, cuando comenzamos a servir en Cienfuegos, estuvimos unos pocos meses, pero vimos la mano de Dios. Plantamos misiones, me acuerdo la conversión de una muchacha Anita, que se había sentido hombre desde que ella tenía mente, recuerdo. Esta mujer ya ni siquiera tenía menstruación, no tenía un proceso hormonal femenino o casi, inducido por los demonios y por la dureza de su vida. Vivía a la orilla de la bahía, en una choza, y era como alguien si fuera nativo. Ella salía a nadar por la mañana, agarraba peces, los traía y se sentía hombre. En un momento determinado, estábamos predicando, estábamos visitando, estábamos sanando, estábamos haciendo la obra del Señor, y esta mujer recibió una liberación de la cual de su cuerpo salieron montones, montones y montones de coágulos de sangre, y inmediatamente se sintió mujer otra vez, se quiso arreglar incluso con Cristo y con la iglesia mucho tiempo. Recuerdo lindo de Cienfuegos, de la transformación que el Señor hacía y que siempre hizo. De Cienfuegos nos movieron a Mayarí, un lugar lejos. Yo cuando estaba en el camión decía, papi, pero ¿cuándo vamos a llegar a Mayarí? ¿Dónde está Mayarí? ¿Dónde es el lugar? Digamos, en Cuba los pastores nos movían en un camión de mudada y ahí estábamos, pero ¿dónde está Mayarí? ¿Dónde está Mayarí? ¿Cuándo vamos a llegar a Mayarí? Y recuerdo solamente que yo, siendo de la ciudad de La Habana y saliendo por primera vez a Oriente, empecé a ver los ríos y sobre los ríos unas nubes lindas. Y yo dije, esto es un lugar maravilloso, yo me estaba perdiendo esto. Y debe decirte, Dios es el que te lleva a lugares y que tú te estabas perdiendo. Lugares que tú y yo no estábamos viendo en nuestra vida. So, when we start our ministry, we started in Cienfuegos United Methodist Church. And it is in south of Cuba. This is south of the island. It's a wonderful place. There we saw many people becoming Christian. We saw a lot of people healing, and we met a lot of wonderful people that then eventually became leaders, and they're still leaders, and a lot of people that found Jesus. After that, we were moved to Mayari, and in the east of Cuba, not the very east, the Nipe Bay, but it's a wonderful place. I thought that we'd never get there when we were moving with all our staff in a truck. And it took about maybe 16 or 20 hours to move into Mayari, and that was your next place. In Mayari, there was a wonderful time. It's a wonderful church. Still today, they keep growing, 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 growing. It is a lovely place and we keep in our hearts wonderful remembrances from Miami. A lot of people became Christian, and we planted it. And there was a time we had 40 preaching places, or places to preach. I mean, when I say places to preach, I'm talking about the house churches. There was a time we had over 40 house churches. I mean, churches happening in homes, on different homes. And the ones that were far from church, from the main church, we was in Miami, um, Hogan, and the ones that were farther, I mean, we start missions, and then they even became churches. I'm talking about Moa. I'm talking about Sawa. Talking about Baracoa. I'm talking about Tahuasco in Santo Espiritu. I'm talking about Felton. I'm talking about Nicaro. I'm talking about many beautiful places. And we were so excited because a big group of missionaries became leaders and pastors, and they came and we trained them and we send them, but we not only send them, but we came with them, and the training became like something you're doing, and we take them to the different places. I remember the time that we placed a map in the Victor's office, and people were feeling like, I want to be missionary. I want to become a missionary. I want to serve. And then came into the office, and then we take them to the office, and then we say, okay, find a place in a map where there's no mission, and then we're gonna that place. I'm gonna take you to that place, and we're gonna start a church. There wasn't a strategy, but it wasn't our strategy. We got strategy. We talked him to different places, even to Baracoa, the very, very, very east, and we started a lot of churches there. We experienced wonderful times. During Miami aprendimos también cómo el ayuno es importantísimo para el crecimiento de la vida cristiana y cómo el crecimiento personal es importantísimo para que crezca el compromiso, para que pueda crecer y desarrollarse el cristiano. Aprendimos también que no se madura espiritualmente hasta que no se está uno metido en el movimiento de hacer su ministerio. Un pueblo que no entiende que Dios lo está llamando es un pueblo que últimamente no va a estar creciendo espiritualmente porque se convierte en una persona estancada. O sea, nosotros creemos en plantar iglesias. Nosotros creemos y hemos experimentado. So what we did normally when we had over 15 home churches on more than 30 house churches close to the church, and we named these ones that were closer to the church, we named them the discipleship groups, and the ones that were even closer to the church, we named the cells or small groups. I don't know how to say that. So the thing, we had three ways to do to preach the gospel, and to spread the seed. It was in cellulars, close to your house, in your house, meeting with your family, and maybe one, two more friends or neighbors or whatever. And then we got a discipleship groups, and then the missions, and eventually the missions became churches, and that was wonderful. After that, we were moving to Matanzas. Matanzas was a great goal for us because in Miami we had about 30 minutes in the church, the main church, and over 30 members in a church, and over 30 members from the missions. So we're talking about once we meet once a month, we used to have 60, 70, 100 people. 6 to 700 people meeting with us. So that was like, wow. We got a wonderful pact with Covenant, with Florida Church that was helping us. We had a wonderful group of child. We had 70 or 80 children coming to church every Sunday. and we had over 40 minutes missionaries. And for that to that date, I I had give the to the annual conference of 12 pastors and families to different churches, not the churches we start only. So the thing is, when we moved into Matanzas, that was so different. That was small. There was a small church with a big chapel. There was a different way to see the gospel in many ways. We faced the liberalism. We faced the confusing things. They were confused. The people in Matanzas. I'm not talking about the church. The church, the United Methodist Church, were okay. They have wonderful leaders. Small church, about 70 people, and on Sundays maybe or less. Um, sometimes more, because they were curious to see the new pastors. But they can't, and then eventually they say, okay, they are just pastors. So I hear them. I see it. I will have to see you then after. So, um, but the church was great, but it wasn't the same kind of church that Maya. Maya was very charismatic. Mariana, which was my first and main church, my mother church, was very charismatic church. Cienfuegos was very charismatic church. Matanzas was very smart, and was the where the seminary was. And then we started serving in Matanzas, and I had to make some change in me. It was so hard for me. But immediately we found that God took us to do something different. Dios nos llevó a Matanzas a cambiar la balanza, en inclinar la balanza hacia something he was planning to do. We couldn't imagine what he was planning to do. There was a day that I was assigned to go as a student to the seminary, a Matanzas seminary. And then I came for the first the welcome lunch for students, and I found that they were so confused during that seminary that I decided to keep going to another seminary, because God told me not to go to that seminary, because He prefers for me a better traditional conservative formation. Even though I was open to be with them and I worked with them and I took some course with them and I loved them and there was a wonderful time in my tenances, I have to say that I kept, you know, doing my older skills I taught later. But the thing is, my husband, I mean Victor, the other preacher here, he was the main preacher, senior pastor. He was the district superintendent, and in this moment, he was the pastor of the main church in Matanzas. I'm in a city close to the seminary, and then something happened. Church and seminary decide not keep working together. They decide for many reasons they don't want to keep going. The denomination decide to quit the seminary, and the seminary decide to keep all the properties, and then the things turn a little dark and hard. But the thing is, we started a new seminary, a new Methodist seminary in our home and in our church. So that was a challenge. At the time, we were so proud of it that we had 3 students at the seminary. They graduated there, and then they start serving as teachers for the seminary. I will say professors for the seminary. Young, wonderful, beautiful people. They were ready to start teaching at the seminary, and I wish you to find this story written somewhere, because then we had lessons at church and a sanctuary and a Sunday school area, and we had lessons at our home in our home in a personage house, and we met with the students with lunch, dinner together. I took several uh, courses with them, with 2 or 3 or 4 courses with them, which were wonderful. And we enjoyed so much that time. At that time, the church was growing and growing and growing. And I was so happy that I saw eventually, while we were immersed in this great battle and business and worry about the theology and education and the students, and then the church was growing, kept developing visions, ministries, young people coming to church. That was exciting. That was exciting. And let me tell you something. There was a time that we received a building in Havana because we were in our house. So they moved to Havana, and this is wonderful because I moved to Havana. In our move, we got the seminary's book, the seminary staff, all the staff of the seminary. That was part of our moving truck. That was lovely. And when we got into Capdevila and we got a building in central Havana, and a Methodist church in central Havana. And let me tell you, that was wonderful. Cuando nosotros llegamos a Matanzas y el seminario empezó en la iglesia de alguna manera, por muchas razones históricas que no quiero explicar. La verdad es que teníamos tres muchachos jóvenes que se habían ido a preparar allí como para profesores y vinieron a servir como profesores. Y estábamos con los cultos en la iglesia, en Matanza Central, donde éramos pastores, y también teníamos estudiantes que vivían con nosotros en la casa. Y así empezamos el entrenamiento y continuamos el seminario metodista, el primer seminario ECM, es el Seminario Evangélico Metodista. Una cosa muy linda es que hasta el día de hoy el logo del seminario lo hizo nuestro hijo Gabriel González. Está allí. Nuestros papeles, nuestro diseño de programa, de la manera que nosotros lo veíamos. Dios nos dio la oportunidad de diseñar un programa junto con nuestros amados colegas maestros, un programa de extensiones que iba a ir más allá de un seminario donde solo pueden venir 2 o 3 personas, sino va a ser un seminario donde los pastores y los líderes podían recibirlo en su propio lugar, en sus propias iglesias o distritos. Hasta el día de hoy ha crecido, fue maravilloso. Recibimos un edificio en La Habana, recibimos los fondos para reparar aquel edificio, comenzamos a trabajar con gente maravillosa, aun cuando todavía la obra no estaba terminada, y nos mudamos con los platos, con los libros, con los vasos, todas las cosas, y realmente fue maravilloso. Tomé algunos cursos con estos profesores, tomé algunos cursos con gente realmente preciosa. Tomamos algunos cursos con gente que realmente estaba llena de Dios y fue algo maravilloso. Te quiero decir hoy que después de ese seminario fue que vinimos a este país, and then we came to the United States. But I want to tell you something. We are experts. You can trust in what we're telling you. If we're talking about the Bible, probably you can trust in what we're saying. You can check what we're talking, what we're teaching with your Bible in your hand. We teach the Bible. And we teach mostly practice theology, practice, how to practice, how to live your Christian life, how to do it, how to make it, how to keep your faith safe, how survive this world of confusion and philosophy and stupidness in general. So I think I want to introduce to you the preachers. This is who we are, and we've been here preaching for a long time. And I wanna make sure, us, and I want to tell you this word that you can trust us. You can trust us. We are experts, and God is gonna do everything He normally does with us. So He do good things with us. We have a ministry to preach a heart for pure, but a heart prosperity. We believe in God's prosperity the way it is seen in the Bible, and the way it is teach in the Bible. we believe in que Dios sana, so we believe He is a healer. I don't know how to say that. Maybe that's right. And y creemos en un Dios vivo. Creemos en un Dios que responde la oración de su pueblo. Creemos, enseñamos y predicamos por over 25 years, almost 30 years, in case of Victor, about a living God. That is the truth, the life, and the only one way to get in heaven and to be closer to the Father. And we believe in the Holy Spirit. The one is in us and among us, and He's the one moves between us. And we believe in His grace, and we believe in His love, and we believe in His power. And talking about power and of the power of the grace of God is wonderful. And that's what I want to read this in English. So I'm going to read slowly, okay? Amazing grace. How sweet the sound that saved wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. And I want to say this in Spanish now. Sublime gracia del Señor, que a un pecador salvó. Fui ciego, mas ahora bien me halló. I want to sing this a little. Amazing grace, how sweet that song. The saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Sublime gracia del Señor, que a un pecador salvó. Fui ciego, mas hoy veo, hoy yo. Perdido y él me halló. May God bless you today. If you have questions, okay, me llamas, me escribes, because I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here for you to help you.